Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Rajkumari Chauhan. I teach in Anjuman Islam AA Khatkate English Secondary School. Today, I am going to explain you a topic of Geography Standard 8, Industries. Now, here you can see certain images. Yes, it's of different types of industries. As we are going to deal with the topic industries. So let's begin with the topic here. In the previous class, you have studied about primary occupation. What is primary occupation? Primary occupation means which is connected with nature. Okay, directly connected with the nature. So we have seen examples like agriculture, mining, fishing, animal husbandry, and so on. So that was primary occupation. Now what do you mean by secondary occupation? Secondary occupation means which is, you can say, connected with all type of industries. So they are indirectly connected with nature. Like take example, sugarcane. Sugarcane is processed in the industries into sugar. So they are indirectly related. The raw materials are from the nature, natural aspects. So secondary occupation, I hope you are clear. What do you mean by secondary occupation? So it is totally related with all types of industries. Now, let's see what is called as manufacturing or what is done in the industries. So the process of converting the available raw material into finished product is done in the factories. Okay, so like if anything, as I gave you example of sugarcane is converted into sugar. So that is finished goods. So this is what we get it with the help of industries. Okay, so this is called as industry. So obviously it has three important elements, that is man, machine and material. So obviously the finished product is durable and more useful and has an added value. Now see here example like cotton is converted into shirt in the industries. Same way sugarcane, as I told you, sugarcane, when it comes to a finished product in the industry, it is turned into sugar. So obviously they are more durable, more useful and has an added value. So industries or manufacturing units provide secondary occupation. So due to the availability of resources, development of science and technology and other favorable condition, there is the development of industries and it gives a boost to industrialization. Now we have types of industries. Now let's see, there are three types of industries: small industries, medium industries and heavy industries. Now what is small industries? Small industries might they can start at home also, like bakery, starting bakery, making papads or making pots. So that is called small scale industries or also called as cottage industries. Then comes medium industries. Medium can be like fruit processing, jaggery making, then making jams and also that is simple way you can say using simple machines. Okay, so that is called as medium industry. So here example like jaggery making industries. Then comes heavy industries. Heavy industries which has very big machine, mass production is done and large amount of employment is given. So like cement industry, sugar, iron and steel industries, that is called as heavy industries. So these are the three types of industries. Now see, industries help in speeding up the economic development of human, and it also helps in achieving the economic development of a country. So here we have also learned that in primary, secondary and tertiary occupation, tertiary I will explain you in the next class. Tertiary means which relates with service sector, okay, like transport and all, communication. So obviously in all these three occupation, industry, because of industries we boost up in economic terms. That is, the country gets developed. If industries are developing, obviously indirectly tertiary occupation will also develop, because transport is indirectly dependent on these industries. Without transport, industries can't work, because they have to bring the raw materials. Obviously they have to take their finished good to the markets also. Okay, so it is one of the important aspect for the development, economic development of a country. Now, there are certain things which are very important, or you can say the important factors to develop a industry. Like, industries is dependent on several factors such as the availability of raw material, water, labor, transport, capital, market, etc. As per the availability of these factors, specific industries develop. So because of the unequal distribution of these factors, industrial development does not take place at the same phase at all places. Some regions are suitable for the development of industries, while in other regions only particular industries develop. Like, we don't find industries in dense forest or desert areas. Obviously they are not, you can say, conducive for the industrial development. So we need to have all these factors for a development of an industries. Now here one example is given for you all. You can see here Jamshedpur, that is iron and steel company, is shown in this, and then there are certain things which are shown in the index. You can see iron ore, magnesium, limestone, coal, because all these things are important for iron and steel industry. So obviously this is called localization of iron and steel industries. So you can see here localization of the iron and steel industries. It is one of the most important factors. Why? I will tell you. Now, availability of raw material and energy, both of which are available around Jamshedpur. You can see in the example, like the raw material is heavy and bulky, obviously. So like iron ore, magnesium, limestone, coal, all these are very heavy. So to you can say it is totally you can say transport is not affordable for them, or it is uneconomically. So obviously we can't keep this iron steel industry far away from the raw material. So you can see here it is in between, and all the materials are around, surrounded with it, the mining ores and all. So if the materials or raw materials are very heavy, the industries are usually nearby. Example like sugar industries. So it is mostly found near the farm areas, because again sugarcane are very heavy to carry. But take example of a cloth industries. Cotton are very light in weight, so obviously this cloth industries can be far away, because cotton can be carried far away places also because of light in weight. So the transport will be not so much as compared to this heavy materials. So usually if the raw materials are very heavy, the industries are nearby. So this is one example of iron and steel industries. Okay, so let's see now here. Now let's see what is agro based industries. Agro means agriculture. So the industries which are dependent on agriculture. So we all know that India is predominantly agrarian country. So obviously in India a variety of agricultural products is available. Different types of agro based industries have come up. Like you can see here I have shown you strawberry. Okay, strawberry. So this company is making jams of strawberries. Also, in addition to this, industries processing agricultural products have also developed. This includes the dairy industry, fruit processing, then again jaggery making. You can see a juice making. Okay, so this is also again dependent on the agro-based, like juice of mango or whatever it is made of pineapple or something. Groundnut, again groundnut is dependent. The agricultural work of they require groundnuts to convert it into oil. So they are dependent. So these industries are called as agro based. Any industries which is totally dependent on agriculture as raw materials, so that is called agro based industries. Now here in industries we have some things which are called as advantage, and there are many things which are disadvantage of industries. Now what are the disadvantage? Like sometimes we deplete the forest lands, cutting of trees for the purpose of making papers and all, bamboos and all, or making furnitures. Then again, people are suffering to buy houses in the urbanization area. When they come and settle here, they start doing occupation or employment here, so that also create problem for them. Then unemployment is, again, they are not so skilled to cope up with the industrial factor, so that is also one reason. Then power supply, okay, continuous power supply is also one of the factor. Then pollution, the biggest problem which we find because of this poverty, continuous growth of poverty is also one of the reason people come and settle and they can't afford to buy you can say houses and all. So these are urbanization. So we can see crime rate increase because of that. So there are certain advantage also and disadvantage also. Slum areas increasing in land prices. Number of migrants are more in some states, and some place it is very less. So all this creates problem. Standard of living is improved, but still there are certain problems which we face because of that. So there are certain advantage also and disadvantage also of industries. Now next thing we have is MIDC, that is Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. Now what it is exactly? It's a corporation started on 1st August 1962 in Maharashtra. The state government established the Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, and through it set up industries in every district of the state. Through this, the decentralization of industry is expected throughout the state. Like Maharashtra, other states have also established such corporations. In these industrial states, very often auxiliary industries have been established. In addition, employment opportunities have been made available to local people. Then in these industrial states, various facilities necessary for industries have been made available. So it also plays a very important role. MIDC, which I have shown the image, is of Taloja MIDC. Same way we have at Thane Belapur Road also MIDC areas, and this cooperation helps them out. Okay. The next thing what we have is corporate social responsibility. So this is one of the important you can say aspect. Now what it is exactly, let me explain you. When an industrialist or a group of industry work for the betterment of the society and for the conservation of environment, it is known as corporate social responsibility, that is CSR. Showing responsibility to society by helping needy people or needy organization is an important task. With this objective, when an industry or a group of industries have made a profit of over 5 crores, they are expected to spend at least 2% of their profit on acts benefiting the society. Okay, so it can be in the favor like giving educational facilities or facility related to health problems, the development of village, or establishing centers for people like environmental development center, etc. So there is a tax rebate on the amount spent by the industry or group of industries on various scheme under corporate social responsibility. So this is also one of the important organization you can call about industries. Yeah, the last part about industries is IT sector. It is also one of the important engineering branch in today's world. In this branch, work is carried out by computers. In this industry, India has made rapid progress, and the availability of skilled manpower is the most important reason for this. In this industry, searching for technical information, obtaining, analyzing, and compiling it, presenting it, graphically presenting it, all this is required. So obviously today it is also one of the important you can say industry which is seen today, because obviously we are totally dependent on internet, computers, mobiles and various devices. So today there is an increase in the use of computer and technology. So there is a great variety in the types of information collected, and it is used all over the world. So it is also one of the important industries which you find today. Okay. So that's all for today. I hope you're clear with my topics, what I have explained you. It's a simple topic about industries. What is industries, why it is called a secondary occupation, then why the localization of industries are very important, what is agro based industries, what is MIDC, what is IT institute or industries, or and also the last part which we have seen is corporate social responsibility. So please do go through the lessons and try to learn the advantage and disadvantages of industries also. Thank you so much.